Arafah is that Arafah is also a day of Eid. And it's mentioned in Sunan Abu Dawud, volume number 3, hadith number 2419, that the Prophet said, the Yawmul Arafah, that's the 9th of Dhul-Hijjah, Yawmul Nahar, that is Eid al-Adha, the 10th of Dhul-Hijjah, and the Yawmul Tashriq, that are the 3 days following Eid, the 11th, 12th, and 13th of Dhul-Hijjah. These are the days of Eid. These are the days of celebration. These are the days of eating and drinking. So Yawmul Arafah, for the people of Arafah, in Arafah, it's an Eid day for them. The 5th virtue of Arafah is that it is the day where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgives and frees the maximum slave. It is called the day of forgiveness. And it's a hadith mentioned in Sunan Nasai, volume number 3, hadith number 3009. Aisha radiallahu anha, the wife of the Prophet, said that the Prophet narrated that on no day does Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgive his servants and frees his slaves, whether male and female, than on the day of Arafah. And he comes close to the angels and he boasts to them about them and says, what do they want? That means this day of Arafah is also called the day of forgiveness. And on this day, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala frees the maximum slaves ever in the full year on this day of Arafah from the hellfire. The 6th virtue of Arafah is that in Jami' Tirmidhi, volume number 3, the supplication that is heard the best by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is on the day of Arafah. And in this hadith, it is narrated that the beloved Prophet said, on the day of Arafah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala hears the supplication, the maximum. And I and the earlier prophets, they recited, La ilaha illallahu, wa'adahu la sharika lahu, wa lahul mulku wal hamdu ala kulli shay'in qadir. That there is no one worthy of worship except Allah. And He has got no partners. To Him belong all the domains. And all praise are due to Him alone, and He has power over all things. This is the best dua that anyone can do on Yawm al-Arafah. That was recommended by the Prophet. It is called the day of supplication. On this day of Arafah from the hellfire. The 6th virtue of Arafah is that in Jami' Tirmidhi, volume number 3, hadith number 3585, where it said that on this day of Arafah, it is the day of supplication. The supplication that is heard the best on the day of Arafah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala hears the supplication, the maximum. And I and the earlier prophets, wa'adahu la sharika lahu, the last and the first point, that is Eid al-Adha or Yawm al-Nahar. That is the day of sacrifice. The Eid of sacrifice or the day of sacrifice. And we know that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had asked Prophet Ibrahim that what do you love the most in this world? But naturally after Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he said, my son, Ismail alayhi salam. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tests Ibrahim alayhi salam that can you sacrifice him for me? And Ibrahim alayhi salam goes and tells his son Ismail alayhi salam, and he says, don't worry father, you will find me steadfast. And on the instruction of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when he's about to sacrifice his son, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala replaces it with a sacrificial animal. And this is what we remember every year in Eid al-Adha, that we should be able to sacrifice anything in this world for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And during Yawm al-Nahar, the day of sacrifice, and Eid al-Adha, the day of sacrifice, if we have the means, we sacrifice an animal. For one person it is a goat, or if you want to do a big animal like a cow or a camel, it can be for 7 people. And it's mentioned in Surah Hajj, chapter number 22, verse number 37. It is not their meat or blood that reaches Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, but it is a piety which reaches Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So we don't sacrifice so that the blood and the meat reaches to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, but we do it for our taqwa. Our piety should reach Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And what do? With the sacrifice, when we sacrifice the animal, we distribute it amongst the poor people, amongst the friends, amongst the relatives, and keep some for ourselves. Normally it is recommended that minimum 1/3 should be given to the poor people, 1/3 to the family and friends, and the maximum you can keep yourself is 1/3. This is the practice.